Hey everybody, Fred Minnick here, and I've got some positive vibes going on. About to review this right here, this King of Kentucky 15-year single barrel. I'll also be talking about this one right here, an 18-year King of Kentucky. Now, both of these are extremely rare, very difficult to find, so keep that in mind as I'm doing this review. I will try to give you some comparisons that are a little bit more easy to find. But before I jump into the review of the sample that I got from Brown-Forman, I do want to talk about a couple very important things. First of all, I'm wearing this hat. It says Positive Vibes. Please keep that hat on. Please keep that thought on as what I'm about to tell you. The Kentucky Bourbon Benefit is an auction that we put together. The Kentucky Distillers Association, Bourbon Crusaders, and Westport Whiskey and Wine. And it's about supporting the flood victims in eastern Kentucky. You've seen the devastation. You've seen it on the news. It's awful. There's a lot of great bourbon being auctioned off to raise funds for these folks. It ends on Sunday. It ends on Sunday. You'll find a link in my description to learn how to go bid on some items. But I am also going to be doing a live stream on Sunday as the auction closes. And so that is, it closes at 11 a.m. on Sunday. And I'm going to live stream at 9 and kind of carry that through and hopefully bring in some bidders. So, Positive Vibes, and I'm wearing my lucky ascot that my son Oscar got me. Big shout out to Oscar. You're one of the best gift buyers I know. Daddy loves you. So, let's get into the this right here. This is King of Kentucky. This is the actual sample that I got. Now, this like I said, it's allocated, it's rare. $250 is the SRP. This is a single barrel. This is going to be made available in Kentucky as well as Illinois and Ohio. Now, why is it only in those markets? I don't know. I don't work for Brown-Forman. I'm not privy to that information, but that is what they are doing. Now, this is the new one this year. This is the 18-year. Now, again, this is the 5-year anniversary of King of Kentucky. King of Kentucky was a brand that was discontinued in 1968 by Brown-Forman. But prior to that, it was a blend of straights and not really a well thought of one. And so as Brown-Forman was looking through their portfolio, they resurrected the name King of Kentucky instead of some of their other brands. It's a good name. King of Kentucky has a good sounding bourbon name. But this 18-year-old is kind of a testament to that. Has an SRP of $350. It only comes at 250 bottles. That being said, I only have the 15-year single barrel to taste here. Now, this is not going to be easy to find. Full transparency. And a lot of times, though, these limited edition products are not worth the money. And I'm a big fan of a lot of the stuff that comes out of Brown-Forman, and I think there's a lot of value there. Old Forester 1920 is a great place to start. I'm a big fan of Woodford Reserve Double Oak. There's just so much that you can get bang for your buck coming out of Brown-Forman that you don't need to spend this kind of money. But it can sometimes be fun and entertaining to see what these like big allocated bourbons taste like from someone. But that being said, I'm just a single person. You should taste for yourself or listen to other tasters before you make a decision on dropping some serious coin. I don't want to be blamed. I don't want to be blamed when you get in trouble for spending that much money on a bourbon. So let's go ahead and get to it. Remember, positive vibes, but honest positive vibes. Here we go. Look at that color. That is some beautiful color. Just look at that right there. Just dark as can possibly be. Now, King of Kentucky, you know, when this came out, I think the first year it was really good, but the second year it was so good it won my like whiskey of the year tasting. Just such a great example of what Brown-Forman can do. They have a lot of great whiskey there. And one of the things that they will do, because they have heat cycled warehouses, and when a whiskey gets a certain age there, they'll pull them out of the heat cycled warehouses and put them in a one that's not. And they tend to play around with these barrels a little bit more than they do their other stuff. So they keep a real close eye on King of Kentucky. So the nose, this reminds me of another King of Kentucky I've had in the past, molasses. Big, giant molasses bomb. Like, you know, there's some folks that might smell this and think like, oh, is this like a rum? But it's obviously it's not a rum. But it's got that big, deep molasses smell, burnt brown sugar. I'd say it has some like Jiffy Pop, some Jiffy Pop smell to it coming out of the oven. Some cherry, some chocolate, but also that 130 proof is like tingling my nose a little bit. I mean, this is hot. I know that going here, like the alcohol is really, really sharp. But it's not the first thing I smell, but it's there right in there. Wow, that is really hot. That nose was great, but then there toward the end, that alcohol just really permeated. I'm going to taste this again, and then I'm going to add some water to it. Second taste, it's less rigid, but it's like it's still like I can't give you really prominent notes past the alcohol. Granted, it's 130 proof, and if I needed to break it down to the point after the alcohol, I'm coming in with some caramel, coming in with brown sugar, a little peanut butter, maybe some like hazelnut, some almond butter kind of stuff, like a lot of nutty, buttery types of notes. But this is hot. It is. There's a lot of bourbons you taste. It looks like it says 130 proof on there, and you taste it, like, oh wow, that doesn't taste that hot. Well, this does. So I'm going to add some water here, and you know that's one of the things that I do like about. One of the things that I really do like about something that comes in at cask strength is that a taster can decide on their own whether they want to add water. And you know, if you get it where it is cut down for you, you don't get that option. And so, like, you know, cask strength gives you that option. Okay, I just put a couple drops of water in there, like eyedroppers. The edge of the alcohol is gone on the nose. That molasses is brighter. That brown sugar is a lot more prominent, but some of the fruitier notes are kind of gone, but again, the alcohol is completely dissipated. There we go. Far more approachable, mouth coating even. The amount of water I put in here probably knocked it down to, you know, maybe 115, 120 proof, a little bit where that range is, you know, that sweet spot for Old Forester 1920 is, which is 115 proof. Now it's kind of like, now it's on the palate, it's a little bit like butter, kind of curling in underneath the jawline. Really got some spice coming in. It's got some nice caramel chew coming in. And it has this like, what is that? I get it at Mexican restaurants. A little churros. It has like a churros with the chocolate dip there. I get it like these, like a creamy churro inside filling, hard cinnamon, kind of soft, hard crust, cinnamon, soft on the inside. Dip it in there with some of the, we get like hazelnut butter, or you get it with chocolate. Makes me want to go have that right now, actually. Really, for me, water makes this 100 times better. Without water, I find this King of Kentucky, again, this is just one single barrel out of their lineup, but I find the press sample that I received to be too hot, even at 130 proof. I couldn't really pick up a lot of flavors after the 130 proof, just pounding away at my palate. And I'm accustomed to cask strength. I love barrel proof. Just the other day I had a smoke wagon. I think that was 140 proof, and that thing tasted like butter. So, I mean, I'm very well accustomed to drinking cask strength, but cask strength doesn't always mean better. And I'm also sensitive to certain types of flavors. So, a little bit of water here opens it up for me. It takes away all that alcohol-y forward progress on the palate, and basically gives us a look at what this whiskey is really about, which for me, this is coming in, smelling like molasses and tasting like a churro from my favorite Mexican restaurant in town, Limon de Sol. So, you know what? If you can afford this, if you're someone that's on the hunt for these, and this is what you do, you like chasing them, you're probably going to get King of Kentucky anyway. So you don't need my approval, not that you ever used it anyway. But, those kind of people are going to get King of Kentucky. King of Kentucky is going to have no problem selling this whiskey. But, if you're on the fence and you're someone that's like, do I buy this bottle or that bottle? I would say, like, it depends on how you like alcohol on your palate. If you don't mind alcohol being the first note that you get on your palate, followed by some flavors, then you know what, this King of Kentucky straight out of the bottle is going to be great for you. Or if you have the patience to add water to it, or you don't mind adding water to your bourbon, I think that this is a home run for you. But this, to me, is not as good as some releases in the past. I also think that Old Forester 1920 and a blind tasting might give this a run for its money. But so that's going to do it. Remember, I'm just one taster. Taste for yourself. Find others' opinions. And while you keep those positive vibes going, remember, check out that Kentucky Bourbon Benefit. It closes on Sunday. I hope to see you all on my live stream on Sunday as well. But that's going to do it for this episode. Please click that subscribe button. Click the like button. It helps me. And is there a favorite King of Kentucky release of yours? Put your comments in the show notes. Or, I'm sorry, put your comments in the comment section. I'd love to know. Cheers, everybody. Be safe out there.